It was a dark and stormy night when a group of friends decided to venture into a forest known for its terrifying legends. The story went that, years ago, a family had mysteriously disappeared in an abandoned house in the middle of the forest. Despite warnings from the locals, the friends, driven by curiosity and a bit of bravery, headed towards the house. Upon arrival, the house seemed even scarier than they had imagined. The windows were broken, the doors hung off their hinges, and a freezing cold air enveloped the place. They decided to enter, armed with only a flashlight and a bit of courage. As they explored, they began to hear whispers that seemed to come from the walls. "Did you hear that?" Clara asked, her voice shaking. The others fell silent, feeling fear begin to take hold of them. As they searched the rooms, they found photos of the family that had lived there. In one of the images, everyone was smiling, but there was something disturbing in their eyes. Suddenly, the flashlight flickered and went out. In the darkness, a bitter cold took over the room. The friends began to panic. They tried to get out, but the door was stuck. Desperate, they began to bang on the door when they heard a soft, chilling laugh. "Let me out!" Pedro shouted, but the laughter intensified. From the shadows emerged a pale figure with empty eyes. It was one of the missing family's daughters. "You can't leave." "No one has," she said in a whispering voice. The friends, terrified, realized they were trapped in a macabre game. The figure began to approach, and one by one, they began to disappear into the darkness. Finally, only Clara remained, who had hidden herself under a table. The figure stopped in front of her, leaning over and whispering, "Do you want to stay with me forever?" At that moment, Clara felt time stop. With a gasp, she ran out to the door, which suddenly opened. Without looking back, she ran into the woods, not stopping until she reached the road. The locals found her hours later, shaking and babbling about the house. No one believed her, and although Clara managed to escape, she could never forget the looks of her friends. The chilling laughter haunted her in her dreams. The house, still standing, remained in the woods, waiting for its next victims, while the legends continued to grow. No one dared to approach again, and so the story of the missing family and their daughter persisted.